Good morning. Happy Mid Autumn Festival. So this is my third Mid Autumn Festival here in Vietnam. Dabbing on all you haters, all you people who were hoping that I would fail, and yeah, I made it. 3 autumn festivals. So to thank you, man, to thank you, I'm gonna eat a cup of pudding. So, what is a Mid Autumn Festival? Well, in Vietnamese culture, it celebrates fall time and the lunar calendar, I do believe. Uh, the lunar calendar is a lot more realistic of the time, of the temperature, of the weather for the planting of, harvesting, farming, things like that. So you have the traditional calendar, and then you have the lunar calendar. And according to the lunar calendar, today is mid autumn. Well, tomorrow, or is it today or tomorrow? All I know is that on this little phone app thing called Zalo, it says, "What are you doing on Mid Autumn Festival?" So maybe it's referring to tomorrow. I don't know. But either or, within the next 24 hours. Um, it is a big celebration. If I if I'm not totally, being myself, I will go out and try to film. Try to get some. You never know when it's going to be your last. Your last day on this earth. You know, you should try to record as much as you can and get some really cool footage. Um, the holidays of Vietnam is something that is one of the main things I'd imagine people would want to see. So if you're curious about coming to Vietnam, curious you'd want to know what and how do people celebrate their holidays out here? What's big besides Tet? How do the party? Of course, things are gonna be different here in North Vietnam than it's gonna be in Hanoi, Ho Chi Minh City. Keep in mind. So you know what? I'll face my fear. I'll drink a coffee. I'll man up. I'll throw on the Batman mask, and I'll be in the element like a snake waiting to strike. And I'll get you some footage. I'll show you what it's like. The problem is I don't have a camera, so I have to use a cell phone, and which is you don't want to be doing this the whole time. I hate that. God, I hate that. And up here, it's considered rude. So you got to do that whole kind of like cool thing, where you're just kind of like pretending to do. But then you can't stabilize your camera. Then you can't really like get a good. It's a balancing act. Sometimes you can just blend into the crowd if you wear enough black and cover your face, and you just hide into the shadows that people won't even notice you. That's typically my MO. So we'll try that. But yeah, I couldn't sleep much. I had a dream about ogrins. There was this ogrin. It's a humanoid species, really large. They're born on a planet where their gravity is so strong that their muscles, bone density, everything, blood vessels, have increased tenfold what humans are. But their intelligence are very maybe like that of like a 4-year-old. And I was laughing at the duality of a commissar, which is a in this fictional book series that I read. They are these exemplary soldiers that will for the emperor, and they'll shoot you if you show any kind of cowardice or argue, but they'll babysit an ogre. So the ogre will be like, "I don't understand, boss, but I like potatoes," and the emperor would be like, "Now, Vaughn, we don't want to upset the emperor now, do we?" You have no idea what I'm talking about, do you? I don't have any idea what I'm talking about. I just woke up. sorry, did you want some of this? So, if you wonder what's your breakfast, and you are slowly wasting away, you may allow yourself to think of yogurt. I noticed that it helps my voice cords. Since I became a teacher, I've really lost the ability to talk. My voice strains whenever I try to talk. It's because you gotta constantly be talking like this, and it just hurts after a while. It just hurts your vocal cords. I can see why singers lose their voice, and now, like, my original voice is gone. It's this raspy kind of like, I miss my old voice. It was it was different. Now, for it not to hurt, I need to be very soft spoken like this. This is the natural tone, which feels okay, but I can't teach like this. So I'm forced to, it's like putting pressure on these two little nodes right here. But anyways, off the subject. Every day I wake up to see is today when we finally have that fifth Patreon member. That fifth Patreon member. You know, what is the key? What is the key to getting that number 5? Why is number 5 so important? Because I'm a completist. I want to complete that tier. There was only going to be 5 people in that founders tier. That founders tier was the founding fathers of my YouTube channel. The first 5 people who I'm able to give every single access, every single thing that I'm going to be giving, they'll have access to. So yeah, there's going to be a $5 tier, but these people were the ones who got a discount, and they were I don't know, they're just special to me. So you got Ron, you got Nada, you got Brooklyn, you got Nathan, and you got one more. What would entice somebody to be number 5 so I could close off that tier? I feel like before I could start building up the 5th tier, thinking about new perks, thinking about what it is that I'm going to offer, what this channel can offer, besides, educational, travel, and all that. Things need to be completed. So, yeah. If any of you are interested, $2.50, cheaper than a cup of coffee, and you are godfathered in. You, one day when I have a $20, $50 tier, you'll have all the perks of that at $2.50. 5 people though. 5 people. Because when you're starting out as a YouTuber, let me tell you, nobody believes in you. I remember when I'm still not at 500 subs, and it's been 10 years. But over the last, couple months, I've jumped up like 100 subscribers. It's crazy. My growth has been explosive. This has been the most exciting this has been the most exciting growth that I've seen as a YouTuber since I started doing this. It's like I finally found a formula that works, finally found an audience. I'm competing against a lot of people who have a lot of production value. I'm competing against a lot of people who do edits and they have fancy intros and music. So they'll be and all like cut to a scene of people walking in a city, or cut to people at a restaurant drinking beer. And what do you got? You just got me. It's always just me in front of the camera talking to you. It's just like coming over to your old pal Indy Atticus's house and just, hey, stay a while and listen as I impart some first-hand experience, knowledge, wisdom, and so on. Would I change up the formula, edit, do all that kind of stuff? I don't know. I like the idea of not being able to fix your mistakes because I'm an artist. I'm an ink artist, which means that in ink if you make a mistake in a drawing that you've worked on for hours, days, weeks, even, if you make that mistake, there's no way to fix it. You can only just, in theory, use shadowing to maybe kind of correct it. But I view a YouTube conversation, a video the same way. All this is just coming out of my mind. Right now, half asleep, I just woke up. But yeah, there's no script. There's no thing that I'm reading here behind the camera. I don't have no light shining in my face. If I mess up and go, blah, 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 I can't refresh it and be like, hello everybody. Like, nah. I like that authentic feeling that my channel could give you. Would I like to be able to maybe show pictures in the background as I'm talking about certain subjects on some certain deep dives? Yeah, I think that would be interesting. For example, classroom kind of things. So I could maybe show like the outlines of different classrooms or show different clips from certain scenarios in the classroom. Maybe if I could film situations that you'll come across in a classroom. Blur out the students' faces or whatever. So we see whatever um, or not even that. See how we could use stick figures. But point is, I'm not against using technology, upgrading, and learning all that stuff. But this stuff costs money, and against or despite what one little troll thought, some trolls saying that I was some broke American. I got money. But you gotta prioritize. You gotta prioritize. Yeah. You're living on the other side of the world. When you're living on the other side of the world, you need to always be prepared for an emergency. You got to be prepared at any moment that you could lose your job, that you could have a death in the family, this or that, and yeah. So even why do you think I don't even have? Why do you think I can't even watch Star Wars? I don't have a Disney Plus just because I can't justify the price of it. I don't even have Netflix. It's it's an expense, not a necessity. And I'm at a point now where I am living when it comes to food, when it comes to mental, entertainment, when it comes to my entertainment, when it comes to just everything in life, clothing, the same boring clothing. Everything is about necessity, not want. And it has made me stronger. So you troll, you neck-bearded fat piece of... Maybe I better get that.